Hello, Michael. There are a lot of things updated since the last video, and the main theme of this screencast is price changes and tracking of the prices and notifications of users about the price is changed. So. Let me explain my approach to what we required to do. Okay, so at first I returned back the approach when we can update the price and not create the new row for every price change. So I split the price, the current price of the cabin and the price change model that just track history of price changes. So we have a price for specific sail and specific cabin. Nothing special. But there is one thing I used to create history tracking of the prices. I used the dirty fields mixin from dirty fields library that let me see what fields of the data model were changed since it was retrieved from the database. So as soon as we work with the price from our application, from Django admin panel or somehow else, but through the price data model. If the price is changed, then I will know about this on the save method. I will write the save method of the data model and get the dirty fields, so the fields that was changed. And if I found the price in this field, so if the price is changed, then I send a signal about the price is changed. The signal is another new thing I used here. Let me show and explain what is it. Django has an entity with name signal as something that can be sent over the application and send some information, and something that can be used to subscribe inside the application. It's a kind of dependency injection. So for example, I created a signal with name price is changed. This signal has some attributes like a sail, cabin, old price and new price. Exactly what we need to know all about this price change and to save the price change history and later to notify the user about this price change. So I created this signal, and now any Django application across our project can subscribe to get these signals if they need. So from the save method of the price, when I detect the price is changed, I send this signal with sale, cabin, old price and new price obtained from the current data model. Here I don't need to care about where the signal will be handled or what listeners will attach to this signal. On the level of the price model, I just notify about the price is changed. Then I need to track history of the prices, and let me show how I do this. So this is our application descriptor with configuration, application configuration. Before, we had just a name and verbose name here, but there is a possibility to override some important things of the configuration. And one of these things is method that code when the application is loaded. This is a ready method. And when we need to subscribe the application to some signals, we can do this in this ready method. So let's see what signals our price changes application is subscribed to. At first, it's a pre-save. I will tell about the pre-save and the handler check price params later. And here you can also see our price is changed signal that we want to track. And this is a handler of this signal. So when this signal is sent, the handle new price method, handle new price function will be called. And this function is described under the signals handlers module. So what we do? We know from the signal definition we have 4 parameters: sale, cabin, old price and new price. The signal parameters sent through KWArgs, keyword args of the handle new price. And we get, so it's like a dictionary in a Python. So I get the sale, cabin, and also old price and new price, and I create the price change data model with all the required data from the sale, cabin, and prices. The price change is our new data model for the history of the prices. It is denormalized, so we keep all the foreign keys of the cruise line, ship, sail, cruise, all of them that are usually kept inside, for example, ship cabin, that keep linked to a ship, cabin class, cabin type, etc. But in the history, I decided to keep all the price properties. So what the cabin price is belongs to. Denormalized here. It makes much faster to do selection of the price changes later for user notifications. Okay, so when we get signal, the handle new price function is called, and it just save one new more data model price change with all the required parameters of the price change. That's all. Then I promised to explain what we do, what we do also for the pre-save signal here. Pre-save is the internal Django signal that code every time some model is prepared to be saved in the database. And here we can set what model we want to track. And this is a price model. So what I do on the before price model is saved. In the check price params, I check the price sale and price cabin are from the same ship. It was a new thing I decided to add, because if we look at our price model, we have a sale and cabin, and both sale and ship cabin has a link to the ship. Sale has the link to the ship inside the cruise here. So it is possible that by some mistake or bug in our system, some price will be saved with sale and cabin from different ships. That is incorrect. So I added this small check to prevent this kind of the data integrity interruption. So let's go back to our price changes. So as soon as the price change is saved, we should notify every customer that has alert sign up for this cruise line or ship or sail or itinerary, etc. Let me show how I implemented this. Let's see at our customers application, and in the customers application config, there is also post-save Django signal handler added for the sender price change. So every time the new price change is inserted into the database, the handle new price change function will be called from the customer's application. What this function do? So at first it gets instance of the price change data model from the keyword args. Then I prepare the query to get the all alert sign up models rows from this alert sign up table that affected by this price change. It's a pretty long query based on the alert type and cabin category, type, class, sail, itinerary, cruise, ship, cruise line, etc. All this line of code is just a preparing of this query. And here I filter the alert signups by this condition. At first I exclude alerts that already has notifications created for. Then I apply cruise line conditions and then alert types here. If at least one row exists from this query, I create the price change notification data model. I do the bulk create, so this line will create for every price change the new price change notification model and save into the database. So we take what we do here. Let's see. So bulk create of the Django database manager takes the list of the data models, and this is a way of create inline list. So you see the square bracket here, and inside the for loop. So what I do is iterate by alert signups from this query I prepare on the step above, and I create the price change notification data model for the given price change and given alert signup. Here it is. So after this line we will have price change notification models created for every price change and alert signup found that related to this price change. What is price change notification model? This is a link between alert signup, price change, and it also describes a state of the notification and number of attempts that we made to send this notification. And for the new model, for the new object, the state will be new. When this notification will be ready to send, and in process of sending, the state will be changed to sending. As soon as the notification of the customer is complete, the state will be complete. And if we failed to notify, the state will be failed. And in sending attempts, I store the count of the attempts for sending notification. I added this to make it easy to track how many times we tried to notify customer about this price change. And for example, if we cannot notify, for example, if the user's email respond with some errors, etc., we will know how many times we tried to notify. And so this is for the fallback of the notification. Okay. So let me show the next step of the customer notification. When the price is changed, at first the price change data model is created, and next the price change notification model is created for every alert signup. Then we need to update clients with emails or SMS, etc. Creating these new data models and inserting rows in the database is pretty fast. So for the moment it is done synchronously as soon as the new price is entered for the cabin. But sending emails and notifying users can be pretty heavy task, so it's better to run it asynchronously. There are different ways how to do this on a Python and in Django. One of the most common ways is to use some library like a Celery, or maybe less heavy like Python RQ. I thought to use later, but for the moment the most easy way is just create a separate Python script that can be run to do what we need here. And the easiest way is to do this with Python management command. The same as what is command? Command is something that we can run with manage script. And if we run manage script, we used for the making migrations, applying migrations, running server, etc. If we run this script without parameters, it will list all the commands we have across all our applications from our project. We already used migrate, make migrations, run server. It should be somewhere here. Maybe it's a test server, yeah. Also start project. And here I added our old command. It is from the customer's application that was named process notifications. Let's see. So this what is command? Is just a implementation of the base command. Base command is the Django class for the commands, and it should be under the application management commands packages, and the name of the file should be the name of the command. So process notifications, here you can see customers process notifications. And what is command? Command is something that can be run from the command line, and it takes arguments and some options. So what I do in this command, how I handle it. In this command, I select all the price change notification objects with the new state. This is a price change notifications that are not handled yet. I also select related objects that relate to price change notification data model. This is a way to tell Django select everything at once. It makes much more faster to work with these substitute properties later. So if we look at the price change notification, we have alert sign up, that is foreign key, price change, that is also foreign key, and from alert sign up we will need cruise line, ships, etc. And if we do not add this select related, then if we access some child property of the notification, then Django will do the lazy call of the fetching of data from the database. And as soon as I know what I need for what properties I need, I select what I need here. Then I check if at least one notification exists. I update the state of the notification to sending state, and then I iterate over notifications and notify users. I make a grouping by user, not on the database level but here. So I collect all the notifications for the same user under the user notifications, and call notify user with user and user notifications. Notify user, send email. I will tell about this function later. So it sent an email with all required information to notify a user, and then it updates the state of price change notification data models to complete, and also updates the sending attempt. I don't handle the failures here, so it should be added later. Now return back to the mail send method. Django provides an internal functionality for sending emails that we already has when we implemented the user sign up. So a user receive an email with the email confirmation link, and this is done through internal Django email sending functionality. But it is not too powerful, and I usually use Django Post Office library. It's pretty good. It is mature, so I used it since maybe for 3 or 4 last years, and it has a very nice feature to send emails from the Django templates. So as you see, I set template by name and context. It works exactly the same as rendering of the views. Let me show to remind how it works. So for example, for the user profile, I call the render method with the name of the template. And for the email, I have also template. Here it is. So as you see, it uses the same template language as any other Django template. It also can use some text extensions or any other things we can use under the Django templates. And this is a template of our email. So I tell to the Django Post Office library to take this template with these parameters, user and notification list, and send it to user email immediately. The priority equal now is a way to tell to send the email immediately. Okay. Then let me show these templates. So Django Post Office has email templates listed in the database. It is done for make it easier to modify emails without accessing the source codes. But I prefer to have all the source code be tracked by the JIT to be sure we don't lost something. So for the content of the template, I use just extends. So I only have the extends rule, and it extends from the customer emails. This is this file, and we will not change this content, but change the content of the email.txt. Django Post Office also provide the HTML emails, but I didn't have this template yet, and we can create it later. So for the moment it sent only text emails. And so let's see how it works. I have yes, before I show how it works, let me show another feature of the Django post office. So it tracks every email sent through our app, our project, and it, for example, at some time this email was sent. This email was generated from the template, but the message here is already rendered, so we see exactly what the customer get in the email. Also, as soon as some email may not be sent immediately, it tracks also logs. What is log? A log is track of the email sending. So you can see all the emails are sent here, but for example, if some email is failed, we will see what's happened here. Some message or exception type or something like this. Okay, let's see how it works. We have I have two price changes. They are already completed, so the notification was already sent. So let's change some more prices. Before I will change, let me show what alert sign up I have. So my user awaits wants to notify notification when any cruise from Norwegian Cruise Line has price down. With note, hurry up, let's have it. Okay, so now I will change price. I filter by Norwegian Cruise Line, and for example we have a price drop for this suite, aft facing mini suite with large balcony, M1 category. Huge price drop. Save. What's happened now? Let's see. So at first the track of this price change is created under the price changes. Here it is. Then price change notification is created here, and the state is new. So we just need to run this command for such notifications. I prepared the run configuration here to run manage script with process notifications command, or we can run it as we usually do from the command line, like here. In the production, it can be run by cron, for example, every minute or so. Okay, so what we see here, as we have debug email backend, just put emails into the console. This is exactly email that will be sent to my user. So this is a notification. And the There are some things that can be optimized here, but at first I want to create unit tests, because we already have some more complex functionality than just saving of the data models. So I want to be sure this notification catching algorithm works for all our cases. And I also want to add some data model unit tests to test the integrity. And then we can go to the next step. I think we can start this project on the Amazon to see how it works in the real environment. So it will be sending emails and saving data into some real database, etc. And that's all for now.